It follows like an aching wound, the story of Blackthorn Graveyard, an ancient cemetery tucked at the edge of a forgotten town where people whisper that the dead do not rest, they listen. The fading light of dusk paints the sky the shade of bruised violet, and fog creeps low, clinging to the ground like a shroud. Names on graves half erased by time whisper of stories long forgotten. I am here, searching for the truth behind the local legends, the tales of graves that shift in the dark, voices calling from beneath the soil, and a diary written by the graveyard's first caretaker who vanished without a trace. The wind rustles through crooked trees, their branches reaching like bony fingers against the fading light. The villagers avoid this place, claiming that anyone who speaks their own name within its walls hears it repeated softly from somewhere beneath their feet. As I move deeper, I see symbols carved into old tombstones, circles broken by lines, hands pressed together, eyes scratched out, as if someone tried to erase their sight. The ground feels uneven, as though something beneath has moved recently. I slow my breathing, whispering that the soil smells fresh in places where nobody has been buried for generations. The danger lingers in the air. A chilling breeze rises suddenly, carrying the faint scent of candle wax and old flowers. I recall stories I read in archived letters, families reporting hearing their deceased loved ones calling their names from this graveyard, footsteps following them home, strange scratches appearing on their doors as if something with long nails had knocked in the night. The caretaker's diary, found locked in a sealed box. They are restless beneath the earth. They turn in their graves. They scratch to be remembered. I pause by a grave said to belong to a woman who died twice, once in life and once after she was buried. A local legend claims her coffin was found open the next morning, nails bent backward, soil scattered as if something crawled out and dragged itself toward the gate. I kneel to read her barely visible name, and at that moment the wind dies completely. In the silence, I think I hear a faint whisper of my own breathing returning to me, just slightly delayed, as if someone else is breathing in rhythm from behind a nearby gravestone. Continuing deeper, I walk past rows of tilted crosses and marble angels with broken wings. I describe the overwhelming feeling of being watched, of unseen eyes staring from cracks in the ground, as though something beneath is pressing its face to the soil. The atmosphere becomes suffocating. Fog grows thicker and muffles distant sounds. My voice is soft and shaky as I admit the air suddenly feels warmer near one grave, as if someone recently stood there. The earth shows small disturbances, finger-length marks as though something gently pushed upward from below. I recall stories of fresh flowers appearing on century-old graves, even though nobody visits them anymore. Some say the flowers are gifts from those buried beneath. Others believe they are warnings. While speaking, I find a bouquet of wilted white roses laid carefully on a grave whose inscription is unreadable. Tied around the flowers is a piece of parchment with smeared writing. "Do not speak here," they answer. A growing tension fills the audio as my flashlight begins to fade, flickering against tall monuments and casting long shadows that seem to move without matching the wind. I describe hearing soft tapping, like nails, coming from deep underground, slow at first, then rhythmic, almost like a message. I whisper my own name once, barely audible, thinking it is safe, but immediately regret it as the tapping stops, replaced by a single breath-like exhale so close it feels like it came from the ground beneath my feet. I back away slowly, afraid to turn my back on the graves. I describe the terrifying feeling of footsteps behind me, matching my pace, but always stopping when I stop. The whistle of wind now carries fragments of voices, stretched, distant, layered, as if dozens of unknown tongues are whispering lost stories, regrets, or warnings. I confess I am unsure if these sounds are real or memories awakened by the darkness. Near the end, I reach the broken gate. Before leaving, I look back one final time. The fog has lifted just enough to see a single gravestone I do not remember passing earlier. Its surface looks freshly carved, soil around it loose. I approach slowly and stare in horror. The stone bears my own name, chiseled deeply, though I have never been buried here. My voice shakes as I describe feeling soil shift beneath this new grave, as if something is trying to rise. I hear my name whispered once more, soft, urgent, begging, and I run without looking back. Even now, far from the graveyard, I still hear faint tapping at night, and sometimes when I breathe, I think I hear another breath continue after mine stops, as if someone else followed me home and waits just outside the edge of the light.